Speaking about any agreements of Ukraine for any peace plans, I would say there is no final version of any peace framework so far. So the document that was presented to Ukraine and discussed in Geneva was significantly transformed, and it reflects a lot of things that Ukraine wanted to put there or to change or to exclude from this plan, but there is no final draft. It's important to understand that the final decision and approval will be taken by the president, and it's really so because there are some points that are exclusive competence of the president, and the delegation was not authorized to say this final version okay. So I think the process is still ongoing, and it's very premature to say that something is agreed upon. But what I think is important to say is that first, we discussed each and every point. Second, most of them were amended on this or that way. Somewhere it was a substantial amendment, somewhere it was editorial because it was important to remove duplicates, for example, or to make it more clear from the legal standpoint. Some were completely moved out because they are not within the Ukraine security framework and more related to US-Russia relations or whatever. The United States are quite aware that the level and the character of security guarantees would actually define the sustainability of the deal. I mean, this is not just the part of this deal. This is the part making this deal real and enforceable. And therefore, I think that is something where we reached certain progress. I would say that the guarantees that are mirroring Article 5 is something that we aim to, because while there is no consensus on NATO membership of Ukraine, the only thing that can compensate, beside our own army, which actually remains the main security guarantee, like above all of them, but from the partners, the guarantees that would actually somehow reflect Article 5, that is something we aim to. But I believe that it shall be elaborated not only this framework, there shall be a strong legally binding agreement that would be not only signed but also ratified and passed through all the procedures necessary to make it sustainable and long-lasting. There are some things going on in the media, but I will tell you, I see that there are a lot of misinterpretations going on today already, yesterday. So I would be very careful with assessments like someone accepts everything like Ukraine or someone says it's no-go and non-starter, whatever. I would abstain making this straightforward comments. So let's wait what we get from these negotiations. And I think we will see that very, very soon. Here we had good discussions. Americans were open to hear what we say. And I think that brings me to the idea that they believe now it's a momentum. So the upcoming days, weeks, and maybe some months would shape the future of this war for quite a period. So I really believe there is a dedication from the US administration to get to real result. I see that, and we on our side, we believe that it's true. I think that Ukrainian team has already done what was expected till the deadline. I mean, the deadline of Thanksgiving was something that we actually performed by having these talks and making them very constructive and open. Now, for Ukraine-US part, I'm not taking US-Russia part, it's important for the leaders to speak. I know that President Zelensky is ready to meet President Trump. Ideally, and we always said about it, after the consensus is found, hopefully, there shall be a ceasefire. And then the process shall start, because it will not be 1 day or 2 days, I don't know. Because even if the framework is agreed upon, even if we have the understanding, once we start a ceasefire, a lot of job has to be done, because there are very different parts of this agreement that need to be elaborated, need to be reflected in specific agreements, maybe some treaties, some, I don't know, on different topics. That would include security guarantees, economy, many others. So that needs a lot of time, but that cannot be done while such night as happened in Kyiv yesterday will repeat every day.